Hey guys, what is up? This is WWE Commandment 13 back at you with another video, and this is my March 7th, 2011 Raw review. Now, I enjoyed this Raw. I didn't watch it all at once. I watched a little bit and then I fell asleep. Not because of Raw, but because I didn't get any fucking sleep last night. Except I got like a little sleep at 10 o'clock in the morning this morning. That's like all the sleep I got this morning. And so I got knocked out around 7 or 8 or so. And then woke back up at 9 or 10 or something like that. But, yeah. This Raw was very entertaining from start to finish. I didn't get to see the end of John Cena's rap, but I heard from my friend that The Miz came out of nowhere and attacked John Cena. I don't know if he interrupted him in the middle of a hip-hop rap or whatever. All I know is that The Miz attacked John Cena, which I'm glad to see that Miz actually didn't completely stay off the show. Because I think that would actually hurt him more than help him for him to completely be off the show instead of just, doing something like that. But, to do a full recap, let's go back to the beginning of Monday Night Raw. And I know this is lame, but I'm going to actually not watch it, but I'm going to fast forward and stop when I see something I want to talk about. I have it on DVR, which is why. Okay, I'll start out talking about the Triple H and Undertaker promos over the past few weeks. They have been, just great. But I mean, what do you expect from the King of Kings, the Game, Triple H, and the Dead Man, the Last Outlaw, the Undertaker? I mean, they're just phenomenal when they use that mic. It's just great, They're the only two people left from the Attitude Era, and it really shows, I mean, you can, tell that there's something different about them. Not necessarily that all the kids or all the youngins from today are bad, because they're not. They're actually really good wrestlers from today. But, I mean, you could tell that they're maybe on another level, their Attitude Era, you can tell there's just something different. But they are really entertaining in their promos, and they're really, really, really hyping up this match well. I just wish they would mention Undertaker and Triple H's WrestleMania 17 match. It's kind of like it never happened, and if it didn't happen, Undertaker would be 17-0, not 18-0. So, next, the backstage attack of Randy Orton by the New Nexus. I think it was kind of cool, just to see, finally the New Nexus, kind of have an advantage, because, lately they haven't been having the advantage. They've usually been getting their asses kicked, whether it's Randy Orton or the entire Raw roster, or whatever. I'm just glad to see that they might actually be getting an advantage. But then we come to Randy Orton versus David Otunga, which David Otunga did have the advantage for most of the match. But then, Randy, out of nowhere, as usual, hit him with an RKO, and the one thing I don't understand, I mean, I have no problem with Randy Orton winning and making it a straight-up one-on-one match against CM Punk at WrestleMania. I think that'll make the match at WrestleMania all the better, just my opinion. But I don't get what the gain is for Orton to punt their heads off. If I remember correctly, everyone who loses a match, if they show up at WrestleMania, they're fired. So I don't think they're going to show up. They're not stupid. So I don't get the point of kicking their heads off. That's the only part of this I don't agree with. That's the only part of this storyline I don't agree with. I completely agree with making it a one-on-one match. Or at least as close to a one-on-one match as it's going to get. But I do think Mason Ryan's going to beat Randy Orton next week and be the one in CM Punk's corner at WrestleMania. Mason Ryan is just a beast. He really is Batista 2.0. I mean, that's kind of an insult because I've never really had the highest opinion of Batista, but, you know, I'm just talking about his in-ring mannerisms are very, very similar. Although I will say this, he does sell a hell of a lot better than Batista. Let me put that out there. He does sell a hell of a lot better than Batista. But again, as I was saying, there's no point for Randy Orton to be punting people's heads off. It doesn't make sense to me. It's just overkill. I've always thought the punt kick was overkill. I never thought it was necessary in the storyline for him to punt someone's head off. Now, when it was certain individuals, I laughed my ass off, but, you know, I will even admit, in those situations, it was uncalled for, and it was unnecessary. Next thing I want to talk about is Christian beating Brodus Clay in his return to Monday Night Raw, return to the WWE Active Competition. I'm glad that they gave Christian a win coming back, but what bothered me was immediately after the match, Alberto Del Rio attacked Christian and basically took all momentum Christian gained from beating Brodus Clay and threw it in the toilet flush. I just don't get why they even did that. I don't get why they decided to discredit Christian right after he won his match coming back. But hopefully he'll be able to earn some momentum back heading into WrestleMania on SmackDown. But yeah. Other than that, I think they're doing the Del Rio Christian Edge storyline pretty well. Besides that one glitch that I have a problem with. They had a very, very nice promo for Sin Cara that got me really pumped. I was already pumped, but, you know, they showed some stuff on here, you know, that makes me think they're not going to have Sin Cara hold back like they do have people hold back sometimes when they come into the WWE. Like, CM Punk doesn't even do half his moveset that he used to do in ROH and the Indies and stuff. But from what I've seen, they're not going to have Sin Cara hold back much, which I'm really, really happy about. Because I've never seen Sin Cara or Mystico, but if he's the Lucha style is crazy. I've always loved the Lucha style, the high-flying, ridiculous awesomeness. It's been one of my favorite styles of wrestling ever since I was a child. You know, seeing Rey Mysterio in the ring and all the other cruiserweights who adapted the Lucha style in WCW, just amazing. And I am so pumped for Sin Cara in WWE. When I heard that they signed Mystico, I was so happy. And when I heard that they were actually going to put him on the main roster, and they were actually going to pump him up, and they were going to, you know, do all this, I was so freaking happy. Because, you know, I mean, I think the Lucha style doesn't get enough, I don't want to say credit, but, like, it doesn't get enough spotlight in the U.S. that it should. And I get why, because, you know, I mean, certain cultural differences, I could see why people may not think that the Lucha Libre style would go over well in America, but it already has. I mean, like, it's not the direct Lucha style, like, exactly, but it's basically. I mean, Evan Bourne, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, they're three of the most popular superstars in the world right now, and they all use a high-flying, almost Lucha style, which they're not Lucha, obviously, except for Rey Mysterio, who actually is a luchador. But, well, they're all luchadors, technically, because luchador is wrestler in Spanish. But they all kind of, you know, use kind of a high-flying lucha style. Which, you know, and it goes over really well. And plus, all lucha really is, as far as I've seen, from, you know, I watched that whole MTV, what do you call it? It was that, the Masked Warriors thing that they had on there. I watched that, and it just looks like a combination of high-flying and technical, which I I know at the very least all of us YWC nerds love to death. I mean, we all mark out for high-flying technical people. El Generico, Davey Richards high flies every now and then, but he's more technical. And El Generico is technical every now and then, but he's more of a high flyer. Kevin Steen, you know, we mark for those guys. So, at the very least, they have us. Sin Cara definitely has us in his back pocket. So, definitely, I mean, I've heard so many different YWC YouTubers say that they're pumped for Sin Cara, and I am beyond pumped. But, so I can hurry up and get through this, next thing I want to talk about, no, I don't want to talk about the Divas title match. Nothing really to talk about. Michael Cole interrupted it halfway through. But what I do want to talk about is the return of JBL and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, I have two things to say about this. I'm so glad JBL is back. I hope they actually keep him here and not just make him disappear since Stone Cold stunned the crap out of him. Hell, put him on SmackDown. I want to see JBL wrestle again. He is just amazing. He's great in the ring. He's great on the mic. He's entertaining. And I'm not even kidding. He's just great, you know, all-around guy. And then Stone Cold came back, signed the contract that JBL was supposed to sign, and now he's the guest referee at WrestleMania. So I'm excited for that. And I actually do think that Stone Cold is going to call the match down the middle. That is my firm belief. But, yeah. Next thing I want to talk about is the match between Daniel Bryan and Sheamus. I actually liked it. The only problem I had with it was just short. It was just really short. And it ended in count out. But they will face again next week for the United States Championship. Sheamus putting his title on the line. Or not his title, but his career. I don't agree with that. I've never really got the point of putting up your career for the U.S. title or the Intercontinental title. No, I mean, like, they're both prestigious titles, and I would love to have them one day, but why would you risk your entire career? When Sheamus has held the WWE Championship, why would he risk his entire career for the United States Championship? But, you know, I think Sheamus is going to win next week, and that's going to set up for something at WrestleMania. Probably Daniel Bryan's rematch or something. I don't know. Either that or it'll end in disqualification or something, and Sheamus will want another match at WrestleMania, and for whatever reason, you know. But I really do like this Daniel Bryan-Sheamus feud, and I really hope that they find a way to keep this going, you know, however, you know. CM Punk made R-Truth tap out. Nothing really important to report there. I think it was just something to make CM Punk look that much better. Maybe he's starting to bring his submissions back into his game. I hope so, because I really love it when he brings submission into the game. It makes him that much more methodical and angry. And then we saw the return of Dolph Ziggler on Monday Night Raw. I kind of figured something like this would happen. Some loophole. Dolph Ziggler's back. I'm glad he's back on Monday Night Raw. I went back and I thought every single one of Dolph Ziggler's personas debuted on Monday Night Raw. Nikki with the Spirit Squad, Dolph Ziggler, and I believe Nick Nemeth also debuted on Raw. So I thought that was pretty amusing when I figured that out. But I'm glad Dolph Ziggler picked up the win against John Morrison. And I guess Vicky's going to face Trish Stratus next week on Raw, which is going to be entertaining because Trish is going to kick the crap out of her. And that's basically all I could talk about because I did not see the full John Cena rap, so I cannot really comment on it. But I will do a video on this John Cena Rock feud. So please thumbs up this video down below, subscribe, be sure to post comments giving me your thoughts on Monday Night Raw tonight, and that's pretty much all I have to say. Peace off, y'all. Have a nice